Hey, it's Chris again with C&H Auto Accessories, coming in from the new store in Margate. We're at now 1443 here. This is our latest and greatest store. And what do we have today? Well, come on over here. By the way, we have Mike, our newest guy, behind the camera today, and hopefully he'll do a good job, right, Mike?
I'm gonna try.
So we got a beautiful Ford Raptor 2025. Man, this is one good looking truck here, and we had to do something nice. You can't have a nice truck unless you do something nice to it. And we got the Undercover Armor Flex. Now, first thing, before we go into all the great things about the cover, Mike, come over here. I want you, first let's take a look on how low profile this sits. It's super clean. I know the guests wanted a low profile cover, and this, you can't get any more lower than that. Now, the Armor Flex does have the Line-X finish. Now, if you can come over here, look in the sun how sharp that looks. It's a tough look, but it looks really, really good. Now, the Line-X finish basically helped preventing from getting scratched, because a lot of times people put stuff on the cover. And by the way, the cover does hold 400 pounds, which is quite a lot of weight, by the way. Now, that is evenly distributed. And I tell you, the Line-X are protected, though it holds a lot of weight. So let's go ahead and open this thing up here. There we go. Now, this has a driver's side and passenger side release mechanism. I know a lot of covers just have their driver's side. Now, the benefit having one on this side, if you pull off to the side of the road and you got a lot of traffic on the driver's side, you might want to walk around to the passenger side where it's a little safer, and then you can open your cover. Now, if you look here, it does have a nice dual seal here. Now, having two seals is a little bit better for keeping the Mother Nature out of here. By the way, this is the redesign. If you've seen some other videos, the bottom, this is a little different. This is the latest thing here. This is actually a little bit more low profile. This way there's less things that can hit it, which I like a lot. And I like the new changes they've been making. They changed the rails on here. The rails are better. The actual hardware locks into the rails, which is a lot better. Also, they went from silver to black hardware. So which, again, it gives it a lot cleaner look here, because you get a black bed, you don't want some silver in there. The black on black looks a lot better. So let me go ahead and open this up again. Now, if you reach in here. Now, one thing I want to mention, I always like to mention pros and cons. The Raptor sits high. So if you are vertically challenged, which I'd say the nice way, you have to make sure you're able to reach over like I'm doing right now. I'm 6 foot, but you know, if you got a regular sized truck, height-wise, not a problem. But if you got something that's lifted like the Raptor, they're made for off-road, so they bring them up a little bit. So make sure you're tall enough. The customer who owns this truck is plain tall enough, so that's not an issue. But always keep that in mind when you're buying these. Now, if you want to drive down the road with this partially open or partially closed, depending on your point of view, you can. These basically do lock in place. There's two of these to lock in place. Now, for the video, I'm only doing one side, but you know you have to do both, especially if you're on the highway. The wind can catch this and close it on you, and it will scare you, so you don't want that to happen. Now, when not in use, there's a little clip there, and it does hold it in place, so it's not hanging down in the way here. Now, what's nice about this cover, a lot of tri-fold covers are only 2 folds. That means it stops right here. So you lose access to the front of your bed. So if you need to get something, it's a little harder to get to. Well, this cover has the 3-fold. So this folds all the way up here. Got spectators here. So, and this will let you open all the way up here. Now, when this is up, you do need to use both supports here. Now, when this is up, as you notice, you get full access to the bed, no problem whatsoever. So if you want to take that Harley Davidson to Bike Week, and you want to put it in the back here, you can. If you're moving furniture or whatever it might be, it's nice to have full access to your bed. Now, when this is up, it does lock in place really nice, and this will protect the rear window. So if you do have something large back here and someone stops on the brakes and everything comes flying forward, well, it's better to hit this than the rear window there. So now these are very easy to use. They have redesigned these. Instead of left and right, they're going up and down, and you got a nice little clip over here. Now, you do not have to slam these. You just close it like I just did. You hear that little click, you know it's working good. So, and when you get to the end here, now what I like to do is I always like to make sure I push on both sides, make sure it is closed. So I'll go over a couple more things. Now, I told you about the 400-pound weight capacity. This also has a 5-year manufacturer warranty. Now, if we install it, and that's the thing, if we install it, we're going to give you 5 additional years. Now, that is through a real truck program that we're part of. They're going to handle the parts. We'll handle the labor for the first year. So we cover all the labor for an entire year, but all the parts are covered for a decade. Talk about a long time to cover parts. And again, if you get the install, you get that 5 additional years through the real truck program. Great setup. I love this product. I mean, as you know, I've been selling this stuff a long time, and it's very, very dependable. It looks good. It works good. You can't go wrong with this product. And it is American made. You know me, I love my American made products, and you know why? Because we do a really good job. And this, you can't go wrong. Again, I'm Chris with C&H Auto Accessories, coming from our newest location at 1443 Banks Road. And this is a Undercover Armor Flex on the brand new 2025 Ford Raptor. And don't forget, hit that like button and subscribe. Stay up to date with all this great product we're always putting out. We're just hitting the 4 million plus people watching us. Plus we're hitting 4,000 videos. So, and we got an upcoming big party at the store next month celebrating our 15-year anniversary. So come on by, check it out. Thank you.